What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. In this video, we are talking about Reggie Fils-aime and GameStop. Can he save it? Well, if you like games, consoles, or product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. Okay, so it is 2020 and yesterday we got news that Reggie Fils-aime, who previously worked at Nintendo, is coming out of retirement to be on the board of directors for GameStop. So I know a lot of people are gonna hop on this, and I thought this would be a good time for this video. I've been doing like one week or one video a week about GameStop here lately, and I kind of was gonna hold off about it until I heard this news because honestly, I had some other stuff planned out, but I think it would be perfect to talk about this right now because GameStop is dying. GameStop is practically dead in 2020, and I don't know if Reggie is gonna be that adrenaline shot to the heart that GameStop needs. But I'm gonna talk about a few things here. Talk about the status of GameStop and how it got to be where it is, and then also let's talk about Reggie and what he's done before with Nintendo, and let's see where we can end up after all of this news and after all of this talk. So GameStop, it's 2020. They've had declining quarterly statements. Every year they've lost a ton of money, or every quarter I guess I should say, since like 2018, early 2018 or late 2017 if I believe correctly, if I remember it right. And they just slowly have been on the decline, whereas I understand why there haven't been a ton of new consoles come out since 2017. The Xbox One is almost out the door, same with the PS4, that's almost out the door, and we're waiting on those new consoles. And the Switch is kind of in that odd place right now. They've been around for about 3 years. They're kind of getting settled in, and that hype is a little bit gone. And so there's no console sales going on for GameStop right now. Also, in the midst of all of this is the digital age taking over some of the physical age that would have been great for GameStop to capitalize on, and they're just kind of missing out on that stuff. So that opportunity of digital coming in and taking away some of those used sales, some of those physical sales, are definitely not doing well for GameStop. To be honest, they're on the decline, and honestly, I thought maybe within 2022 or 2023 they would be bankrupt, flat out the door, closed, nothing going on there. But that doesn't benefit me or any of the gamers out there. I think GameStop is one of those stores that keeps the marketplace balanced. And here's why I say that. Because you have those big stores like Walmart, you've got Target, Best Buy, stores like that that sell video games brand new. And then you've got mom and pop shops. They are local, their prices are a little bit more because they are smaller, which is okay. I'm not faulting them for that. And then you have the online retail marketplace. And I think GameStop fits in the middle of all of that perfectly to keep the balance. Now, do I think GameStop is doing it perfectly? No, don't think that's what I'm saying. They're just in the middle of that whole realm there. They've got the retro games, they've got the new games, they've got used games, they've got an online presence. They kind of encompass it all, and I think if that goes away, there's going to be a little bit of a power struggle, and I'm afraid that those mom and pop shops are going to go away, and I don't want to see that. So I'd like GameStop to stick around, but I thought maybe 2020 would be GameStop's make or break year, and I think that's still the case here. They could be doing things that they're not, and I think that just doesn't help GameStop because honestly, they could be doing things that could walk them back to the line of where they could be profitable and people would be happy with them. Like the whole back of the store nowadays. It's a game store that has a place where you can play the games in the back. However, You can play them for 15 minutes, but the rest of the time you gotta pay $5 an hour, I believe, which kind of sucks. I've been talking about this, and I've talked about it in at least one or two of the most recent videos about GameStop, and I think that's something they need to kind of market for, like a subscription or something like that. I know they have the Pro membership rewards card, and that thing's a piece of garbage in this day and age. In 2020, you get $5 coupon every month, which means you have to go in or you lose it. Well, it's March already, and I've not been in, so I've lost 2 of those coupons already this year. So that tells you something about it. But also, I think that they could gear this membership towards a way to kind of get more people in the store. If you had like 10 or 15 or 20, whatever the number of hours you could play in there for free, if you had the membership, I think that would really generate people's movement towards it. Now, I will say that people don't want to play games in the store as much as you probably think. Everyone's got a TV, everyone's got an Xbox or a PS4 or a Switch or a PC that they play on. So the store idea kind of doesn't work unless you're doing like midnight releases or definitely like tournaments and stuff like that. And I think that's where they could step up their game. I know they've dumped a lot of money into that. Hopefully they do step up their game in that portion. But I want to flip it over. That's kind of the state of GameStop. They're on the decline. It's 2020. This, I think, is their make or break year. And I think that's why you see Reggie stepping in. I'm sure there has been a bunch of talk at GameStop talking about who they could bring in that would really know the industry and do really well and probably pull them back a little bit. And I think Reggie is probably a good fit for GameStop. They're on the decline. This is kind of like a last-ditch effort in my eyes because Reggie is so up there. He is in the world of gaming. He literally lived it for so long until he retired. He still did stuff after that. But he was an innovator. He did a lot of crazy things. He took steps that other people weren't willing to take in the gaming industry. You've got him making memes like crazy. He stepped out on that Wii Fit and said, "My body is ready," and he just took it from there. Honestly, no one knew who he was, and he kicked the door open and told you who he was. And I think that is something that GameStop definitely needs. They need a leader that can take them and guide them where they want to be. And I know he's just a board of directors, or one of the directors on the board, so he doesn't have full control. But I think with him stepping in, he can definitely help moving forward. Maybe he's gonna help, and they're gonna publish some more games. Who knows how that's gonna go? But I definitely think Reggie could benefit them. And I think if anybody is going to do it and save GameStop in the state that they are in, I think it's probably Reggie. Now, on the flip side, do I think that GameStop can be saved? That is something that I've been toying around since I've heard this news. They're on the decline, and I want to say no, but at the same time, Reggie could be that spark that GameStop really needs. They haven't really done anything to bring themselves back into a good place. Now, they closed a bunch of stores and opened these 2.0 stores and those retro stores, but I hope Reggie brings it in and says, hey, you guys need to step it up. Here's how you do it, and here's what you need to do. And I think that could potentially be enough for GameStop to be saved. I know it's going to be a lot of work from not just Reggie, but all the people at GameStop, from the lowest level employee all the way to the very top. They've got to become a one unit and become a store that they aren't. They need to change their ways and kind of change with the times. Brick and mortar stores are really dying off, and I think we see that with stores like Best Buy cutting their membership program back. You saw GameStop cut their membership program back twice. They cut it back twice, which is just a shame. And we see games being made and still coming out, and I don't know what's going to happen here in the future. If GameStop does close, especially in America, we're gonna have problems getting games, and I don't want to see that. So I am optimistic about what Reggie has for us, and I hope he does something. I hope he comes in, kicks down the door again like he did in the past, and brings about a change that GameStop needs. If we are going to be power to the players from GameStop, I think they need to think about what the players want and how this is working for them. I don't think their model right now is going to really benefit them, because I saw someone post on Reddit the other day. They said, hey, I got a bunch of these pre-orders for Doom Eternal and the new Animal Crossing game, and they weren't physical games. They were all downloadable content on cardboard, which really, the cardboard doesn't even have the code on anymore. So like, what are we doing here? But back to the story at hand. Reggie, if anyone is going to save GameStop, I think Reggie is going to be the one to step up and bring something that GameStop doesn't have. I think he'll change it up, mix it up, and I hope that it does something for GameStop and we all get something benefited out of this. But I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below and let me know what you think about GameStop and Reggie meeting together and him being on the board of directors now. Now, I've talked about this a little bit with some friends and they were skeptical, and I understand that, but I'm interested to see what you guys think, because honestly, we're all game players, and power to the players, which means power to us. So I want to see what you have to say. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification, because it lets you know when I post more videos, which is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And honestly, I want to say one more time, thank you so much for coming out and watching, and make sure you have a good day.